Hey guys, it's Jalen here, and I got two pieces of good news for you. First of all, I didn't cut myself shaving. And secondly, this video is sponsored by Harry's Dollar Shave Club. This video isn't sponsored. I only have you 38 beautiful people, hopefully more after watching this video, supporting me, and I really appreciate you all. But let's get into the topic of this video. This video is all about my favorite shoe brands and what they are. I'm only gonna get into 4 of them today, but I do think I got enough meat to chew on with each of these brands that this can make a pretty lengthy, chatty video. So just get comfortable, put it on as background noise, do whatever you do to watch long videos, and let's get started. So my first favorite brand is Nike. By far, well, not by far, but this is my favorite brand for shoes because all of their designs, and they have a lot of designs, but I'll get into that later. All of their designs are just so well executed, and they have so many great designers and just people working for Nike that make just excellent shoes. And when I say they have so many designs, I remember just absent-mindedly going onto the Nike app, not even the Nike sneakers app, just the Nike app itself, going onto the sales section because that's usually where I shop for most of my things, and just seeing so many different designs like Jordan 270s, which I had no idea existed until I saw them, and just like a bunch of random designs and shoes and silhouettes that I had never seen before, but that all looked appealing to me in their own certain ways. And Nike is Adidas's biggest competitor and vice versa, but in my mind, it's just no contest at all, because while Adidas does have a lot of good designs, they have Kanye going for them, and they have like so many silhouettes and just history as well, they don't have such uniquity to their designs, or their uniquity just isn't as appealing to me, or yeah, just to me, as Nike's uniquity in their designs is. And another reason why I like Nike and their shoes is because of their collaborations. So what I mean by that is like the Gore-Tex Air Force One that comes out every year seemingly. I know Nike had just collabed with 1017 Elise and Matthew Williams as of recording this video, and their Air Force One just looks beautiful. They also just released a Comme des Garçons Air Force One. A lot of Air Force Ones I'm seeing apparently, and they, I mean, of course, they always have Supreme, who also released an Air Force One this year. But Supreme is also set to release some Dunks as well, some SB Dunks, not just some Dunks. And of course, there's the Supreme 10s and the ones, etc. And I just really like all of their collaborations. Oh, another one that I forgot to mention is Travis Scott. Travis Scott and Nike, they have just made fire after fire after fire. You can say what you want about his music, you can say what you want about his McDonald's deal, or him being on Fortnite, or just literally everywhere. He's like the Disney of rappers, I guess, right now, apparently. And but the Travis Scott ones, the Travis Scott Dunks, the Travis Scott sixes, those are all 3 like just incredible looking shoes to me. And if anyone wants to get me a pair for Christmas, I would not mind a size 11 and a half. Thank you. But let's get on to the second brand, my second favorite shoe brand, and that is Converse. I'm mostly going to be talking about Chuck Taylors in this video because that is Converse's flagship shoe. That is what made them the second highest selling shoe ever. Well, the Chuck Taylor is the second highest selling shoe ever. Let's talk about why, in my opinion at least. It's the simplicity of it, you know? The Chuck Taylor is literally just a shoe's shoe. You put it on and it's there. It looks good with most things, and it's so easy to style. And that's why it's just such a great shoe in my opinion. But I'm not just going to talk about regular Chuck Taylors. You got Chuck Taylor 70s, which are better production quality than the Chuck Taylors. But you also have the Comme des Garçons Chuck Taylors, which I know are played out and they're pretty old news. But I mean, if you're just getting into fashion, you're most likely gonna want to pick up a pair or have picked up a pair. You also have the new Feng Shen Wang Chuck Taylors, the 2-in-1s that just dropped, and those are just beautiful. And I am biding my time until I can just just buy a pair. They also have so many other collaborations, just like Nike. That's because Nike owns Converse and has since 2003. And let's see, I mean, there are Gore-Tex Chuck Taylors, but there are also the Tyler Creator, the Golf Le Fleurs. Those are really great shoes. And I remember back in 2017, I was seriously debating spending $100 on the single flower that was supposed to be like a kind of remix of the One Star. I just really love like the Giano Oxes. They remind me of like the Gucci Raiton so much, but like with their own twist. And I really love what Tyler is doing with all of the shoes he's been making. Like I remember the Velvet Chuck Taylors, and I just love how just vibrant and pastel-y they are. And I know that Chuck Taylor is the perfect shoe for collaborators just because of its simplicity, and that's why it's one of my favorite shoes of all time. And I will put some pictures of some of my favorite collabs that I don't have on screen. But in the meantime, I also have 3 pairs of Chuck Taylors as of recording. I have the Comme des Garçons Chucks that I mentioned earlier. I have the Chuck Taylor 70s in nubuck leather with a bunch of pull tabs on the back. And I also have a pair in egret and white. Egret is kind of like a cream / off-white color. And like I said, I'm going to put footage of all of these things on the screen for you to actually get a good look at them. And my next brand, I'm going to probably talk about this a little bit less, is Dr. Martin. I'm actually wearing a pair of Dr. Martens right now. Hopefully I don't fall into the rack. All right, thank God. And I just really love them. Apparently, Dr. Martin, he was in World War II, I believe, and he just didn't find the government issued, infantry boots very comfortable, so he decided to make a boot with air in the sole rather than like actual padding. And so that's how his airwear came to be. And I really kind of like that I don't know if he was an actual doctor or not, but regardless, he has made a long-lasting shoe that will always be in my closet. Ever since I picked up a pair in 2019, I just haven't been able to go without, and I won't have to worry about me not having a pair because not only do they last a long time, but they're also not too expensive as well. And I have 3 pairs of Dr. Martens. I have these Ollies. I picked them up from the Rack Room Shoes on sale. They're pretty close in design to the 1460, so if you're looking for an affordable alternative to those that are still within the brand of Dr. Martin, you can pick those up. I have a pair of the Comb Polytex for a more militaristic look, and I also have a pair of just regular combs in gray. That was my first pair of Dr. Martens, and I am planning to sell those soon, so check those out on Depop soon. Thank you. And like I said, I'll have footage of all of these things on the screen for you to look at as well. And the next and final brand that I'll be talking about for shoes is Balenciaga. And while I have made it clear that I do not have money like that, I work in a restaurant. Please keep your expectations of what I can afford low. I can't avoid talking about this because I really just love what Balenciaga does in general with all of their designs. Let's stop talking about shoes right now real quick and just talk generally about Balenciaga's design philosophy. Balenciaga, they have these very out there designs, this very out there marketing, this very out there personality for their brand, and I really like that they're so different but they're still so established as well. Cristobal Balenciaga, around after World War II, I would say around Dior's New Look era in around 1947. That's when he opened up his fashion house. He is from Spain and he was based in France. That's just a little bit history. But now they have this very effective marketing scheme, and that is having something completely off the cuff, make headlines, make news, have people talking about it on social media, but still having it work. Like I remember their 2-in-1 shirt, which I will have a picture of on the screen, and people were like, this is so stupid, $1,000 for a shirt sewn onto a shirt, who's ever gonna buy this, da 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 da. But it's still sold, it still got people talking about Balenciaga, and it just completely worked. And I mean, look at trends now. Speaking of, and coming back to shoes, the topic of this video, they released their Balenciaga Triple S 4-pound shoe. I'm not kidding when I say 4-pound. I will try to find footage of where someone actually said that it weighed 4 pounds.
The other thing you want to know is this size 8, this one sneaker weighs about 4 pounds. Now this size 12 Ultra Boost weighs about 1 pound. 4 pounds, 1 pound.
And a 4-pound shoe that everyone was like, this is just ugly. 3 soles? No one's ever gonna wear this. $1,000 for this stupid, like, you know, New Balance, Nike, dad shoe type shoe. But look at where the Triple S is now. They're pretty common. Like, I remember being on campus where I live, Purdue campus, and just some dude was just chilling in the Triple S's. I kind of freaked out because I was like, how is a $9 pair of shoes or beaters? Like, I kind of had like a financially existential crisis, but that's not related to this. And also the Balenciaga Track, my favorite shoe by them, by far one of my favorite shoes ever, that I will probably never own in the near future, at least. I'll have pictures of it on screen. It is just so detailed and so beautiful. And like, I remember seeing a review / try on video of it, and it has the size on the toe box. It has Balenciaga and like their own like futuristic yet retro kind of font, like their retro futuristic font. Think Fallout when you think retro futuristic, like what the future would be if you were also in the past. But that's another thing. And I just really love all the detailing, like all the intricacy of the shoe. I also believe that someone said that it has 2 laces just because it's that complicated, I guess, that it needs 2 laces. And I just really, really, really love the shoe. I hope to own a pair. Hopefully I'll be able to style a pair soon, because I have no idea what I'd actually wear it with if I were to actually buy a pair. And I am just so in love with Balenciaga, even though Dior is probably my favorite fashion, my favorite luxury fashion brand in general. But that could be another video if you want. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting this far. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed me gushing about shoes for however long this is. Tell me what your favorite shoe brands are in the comments. I'd really like to know, genuinely, and why too. Leave a like if you like, please subscribe, and thank you again. I feel like Daniel Simmons, because I mean, granted, I am copying almost exactly what he's wearing, but I just can't help but feeling like Daniel Simmons. I also feel like Galax in this, because my pants are just so baggy over the boots. Okay. Oh, someone's really loud truck just started, so.